Hey everybody, Nick Sylvester here with the Southwest Valley Real Estate team. We've got our series of local businesses that we're interviewing and helping you to decide what the new trends are for this year here in 2019, what some good colors to paint. And today we're meeting with Ashley Shields of Design Outside the Lines. She has her own business in Verrado. And so Ashley, thanks so much for joining us today, and just wanted to talk to you about what the cool design trends are for the year. Farmhouse was really in last year. What's the new trend for this year?
The new thing I'm seeing is really a lot of warms coming back in, kind of complementing the grays that we've been seeing. So I'm seeing a lot of, wood floors going in rather than the wood tile, kind of going back to some of the natural elements that we were doing with houses before. So I'm seeing kind of like warm grays, going on with wider planked floors, and then still a lot of white cabinets, but a lot of people are doing different colors for their islands. Seeing a lot of navies happening, as well as again just bringing in even kind of some of those warm walnut colors and complementing those with those gray tones that we saw in the past, and a lot of white.
A lot of white still. Okay.
A lot of white still.
Okay, awesome. I've seen a couple of houses where gold or brass is coming back on the fixtures. Mm-hmm. Is that something that's coming back? Or even I've seen the beige like appliances, like the almond color appliances. Are those?
I haven't so much seen the almond appliances, but
okay.
I've definitely seen the gold. A lot of brass. We're doing a bathroom right now with brass. And I'm also seeing copper tones coming in,
okay.
but more in the polished fashion. So brass I'm seeing in a brushed, copper I'm seeing in a polished. Then we're also doing a lot of matte black. Kind of having like one little accent with copper or one little accent with the brass, and then complementing that with matte black.
Okay.
So you're not having the entire house be gold or the entire house be copper.
Okay.
So we're seeing kind of a mixture of materials, but really pulling away from that oil rub bronze and pulling away from the satin nickel. I'm even seeing interactions with polished chrome too. Yeah, people are really just pulling away from the satin colors.
Okay. Yeah, polished chrome in 2004 was like what the builders all put in.
Right.
If you looked in a house in 2004 when you were moving to Verrado or to Phase 5, I mean, you had white tile in the bathroom, and they were chrome fixtures throughout there, right?
And a lot of what we're taking out now is polished chrome with polished brass.
Okay.
Not so much seeing that anymore.
Right.
But more so seeing like a really contemporary version of polished chrome or a really traditional version of polished chrome, kind of going with those a little bit more contemporary farmhouse styles. I'm seeing that polished chrome happen.
Okay.
And it complements really well with marbles. A lot of people are using natural stone, but really pulling away from travertines.
Okay.
But using a lot of white marbles or white subways, still very in, or interacting them with the blues and navies, which that's when those coppers or those golds or those chromes look really pretty.
Okay. All right. Awesome. And then if you were going to be getting someone's house ready to sell this year, and they were thinking about what they could do to just kind of maybe not really redesign the whole house, obviously because they're selling, but what could you do to just make your house a little bit more appealing in terms of furniture, or should you bring in a couple pieces, take out a couple pieces? What's kind of the mixture in a living room? How many pieces should you have in a living room?
I wouldn't say there's as much a formula for pieces because it's going to matter the size, but normally you're better off if you've lived in the house for over 5 years to remove.
Okay.
And normally what I tell people is, have one spouse go through, remove everything, then they leave the room, then the other spouse goes in and they remove something, and then have your neighbor come remove something.
Okay.
Because most of the time, although you might love your Rooster cookie jar, the buyer's not going to be super excited about it.
Right.
So trying to make sure that they can imagine things. And in a kitchen, for instance, I always try to leave my kitchens with maybe one really nice appliance, like a stand mixer or an espresso maker, something really high end, and then a knife block.
Okay.
And that's all I'll put in a kitchen. Or if you have a really cool spice rack.
Right.
But I normally don't leave cookie jars. I don't leave all those things. And we really try to just clean it off because it's going to make it feel larger.
Okay.
And then as far as what to add, if you have a room that you're using in an atypical way, meaning you're taking a den and you're using it as a yoga studio, the buyer's most likely not going to do that. So trying to make every room have a function that's going to have a mass appeal. So making that den into an office.
Right.
Because that's how most likely they're going to want to use it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Those are really, really great tips. And so then how can people, your Instagram is awesome. We love seen all the stuff that you're posting on there. It's really cool. Is that the best place that people should go to see your work? Is there a Facebook page too, or just the
Yeah.
Instagram is the number one?
No,
is
I
number
mean,
one for
my
you?
number one that probably is updated the most is going to be my house.
Okay.
And you can just go on House and search Design Outside the Lines. We pop right up. You can see reviews, and that's for all professionals. That House is a really great database to be able to hire any professional from there, whether it's a plumber or a painter or whoever it is.
Right.
Because they have reviews. And they have photos, and they also don't let other professionals post photos that aren't theirs.
Oh, that's cool.
So on Instagram, I always tell people to kind of vet a little bit, because some people will post a house that's not theirs just because
Right.
they like it as inspiration, but
Right.
House doesn't allow that.
Okay.
So you're really only going to see their work, and make sure that you're a match with that person.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Again, Nick Sylvester here with the Southwest Valley Real Estate Team, Ashley Shields with Design Outside the Lines. Have a fantastic day, and we'd love to help you out. Have a great day.